You're past the hard part, even if it doesn't feel like it. The hard part wasn't posting once. It wasn't getting started. It was sticking around long enough for posting to stop feeling scary. And you're already there. You don't hesitate the way you used to. You don't overthink every caption. You don't treat every video like it has to change your life. That's growth. And this is the phase where discipline replaces motivation. You post because it's what you do now, not because you're waiting for a burst of confidence. Most people never reach this point. They stop when the adrenaline fades. They confuse not excited with not working. But this stage isn't about excitement. It's about reliability. The app learns fastest from people who show up the same way over and over. Same tone, same direction, same message. That's how it figures out where your content belongs. There's also something subtle happening here. The way you use the app is shaping your future reach. What you pay attention to, what you interact with, what kind of content you stay on. That behavior helps the app understand what lane you're building in and who to put your content in front of. Creators who stay intentional here don't suddenly get lucky. They get placed correctly.
I've had many people from the streets and from TikTok reach out to me. They telling me, Unc, you know what, man, I can't do that content creator, bro. I've been trying. People won't follow me. I'm doing everything they're telling me to do, and it ain't working. That's the problem. You're doing what someone else is telling you to do. Let Unc keep it 1,000 with every one of you out there, all you small content creators or the one trying to get there. It's your niche. If you notice everything you've been doing that they've been telling you doing ain't working, it's because it's not supposed to work for you. It's supposed to work for them. Them large content creators been on here long enough and learned how to manipulate the masses of people because they know people want to get in here and start making money. Be consistent. Yes, be consistent, but don't do that bullshit about no 20 fucking videos a day. The shit don't work. Trust me on this. It doesn't work. If anything, it's going to pull you down. Because TikTok's going to notice that you're pushing all of this, and they're not going to allow you to have that many videos out there and they just start pushing. It's not going to happen. Even when you get to the point where you start make one video and it gets to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 million views, they're going to still slow down a bunch more after that. The reason is because the new TikTok shit, they only gonna allow you to make so much. I don't give a fuck how people try to slice this up. That's their thing. I've had videos hitting 3, 4, 5, 6 million. But then the next 10 videos might get 100,000, might get 60,000, maybe get 20. But you know what? Don't stop, and I don't go with that. I better post one every damn minute. No, hell no. I'm going to post one in a week or in 3 days or 4 days. And I'm going to let it go ahead and drain TikTok out. And then you know what ends up happening? They let that next one through. It might take 9, 10 different videos. You just got to be patient. Your time is here, and I'm telling you, don't give up. The large content creators, guess what? They're losing their momentum. Small content creators are taking over this app now. And it's y'all time to shine. They're not making the money they used to because they used to $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month. But I know you'll be happy knowing you made your first $1,000 on here. Your first $5,000 on here. And it's possible to make it. And also, a lot of these content creators are big ones. You know what they're saying? Man, I was supposed to make $5,000 this month. And I happened to scroll down this stuff and I noticed the last 30 videos of that person, the most views he ever got was maybe 60,000. And I know what I'm getting. I think I got like 7 or 8 million so far this month. And I bet I don't even have $3,000. So a lot of these things they're telling y'all is lies. But don't give up. I'm telling you now, find your niche. And when you get it, stick to it. Because trying to change up because the next 3 or 4 videos don't work is not going to help your cause. If that one captured the people, know one thing, they enjoyed what you put out there. So keep that going until you get back in that algorithm where TikTok allow that 1 or 2 videos to push out there to all the people on there. So don't give up, my people.
Atlanta definitely turned me up on some getting money shit. Like, I got hella money when I went to Atlanta. But I noticed as soon as I went to Atlanta, certain things with my career went down. I noticed my views went down. I noticed I didn't want to I noticed my views went down. I noticed certain things I used to do with content, I'll stop doing it. Like I was like, nah, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do that no more. And I started hiding myself. Like when I got to Atlanta, I got mad isolated. I got super fucking isolated. And I thought that was just me growing up. I thought that shit was just me going through things. Then I found out about astrophotography. I started pinpointing the shit and I was like, oh shit, hell no, I got close by this line. And it was crazy because I read what they said. I read what the line said on the astro.com shit. I read what that shit said. That shit described literally word for word how the fuck I was feeling. You cannot make this shit up. I said, nigga, this shit described word for word how I was feeling. Nigga, I even ChatGPT this shit. I said, hey, ChatGPT telling me about this shit. ChatGPT, even that AI shit, that shit explained to me exactly how I'm feeling and shit. I was like, nigga, this shit gotta be real. So then I said, all right, bet, what about the shit that I felt when I was in Fairfield, North Carolina? Boom, that shit broke that shit down to me like that easily. I said, all right, bet. Hey, what about this place that I got locked up at? It said this place that I first got locked up at, hey, it had this energy going through it. I seen that shit and it said, damn, it's like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just putting all the pieces together and I'm like, oh my gosh, this shit real. So I'm like, all right, bet, I'm gonna test this shit out. Let me go travel to this location, see how I feel. I get to that location, I'm seeing how I feel. I've been there for a week. I got more opportunities coming to me. I got more abundance coming to me. And the chart literally said that shit was gonna happen. The shit literally, so I'm like, oh, that shit real. Nigga, hey, we could die about it. Not die about it, but hey, we could fight about it. Like, oh God, this shit real. Fall in love with being uncomfortable. Especially if you young watching this, bro, fall in love with being uncomfortable. Fall in love with expanding your mindset. Fall in love with learning new things. Fall in love with doing new things. Fall in love with doing the shit that feels hard to do. Fall in love with waking up early. Fall in love with going to sleep early. Fall in love with working out consistently. Fall in love with reading books. Fall in love with the shit that you're not used to doing, but you know the shit is better for you. Fall in love with that shit. And bro, I'm telling you right now, you will fucking, bro, like, you're gonna feel so fucking good. You're gonna feel so fucking good. And this is where wisdom comes in. A lot of niggas wanna feel good right now, but feeling good right now doesn't mean that you will feel good forever. Feeling good right now, nigga, always, most of the time, 9 times out of 10, it leads to you feeling fucked up in the future. You know what I mean? Because this is what you gotta understand, man. The stairway to hell is always gonna look like heaven. And the stairway to heaven is always gonna look like hell. You don't have to be stressed to get to where you want to get to, okay? You don't need to be agitated to get where you want to get to, okay? Yes, you do need to be uncomfortable, right? Like to get on, like, look, to have this like the type of lifestyle that I have now, I'm finna go to Beijing, China. I'm on this business class train ride, right? To even have this type of lifestyle that I have right now, I had to put myself into uncomfortable mindsets and uncomfortable situations. But being uncomfortable does not mean that I'm agitated. Being uncomfortable does not mean that I'm tense or that, you know, I'm overstimulated. No, being uncomfortable just means I'm putting myself in a growth state. I'm putting myself in an expanded state. You understand what I'm saying? So you can be in uncomfortable situations and learn how to be calm in those uncomfortable situations. You feel what I'm saying?
Message to the youth, man. Do you, and make sure you're aware. Like, just be aware of this planet, man. Like, don't be out here being a sheep, man. Right now, y'all living in the matrix, man. Like, all right, did you see in China where the sheep was just walking in circles for like 20, 30 days? Everybody was like, what's going on? What's going on? It's simple. It's sheep. They following the leader. And that's what most people doing out here. That's what most of our youth doing. They just following the leader in an endless loop. Find you a glitch and get up out this system, man. Life has more to offer. That's why it's a 1% and a 99%. The 99% is fucked up because they don't know the information. Just get you a little knowledge, man, and get up out that loop.
Don't ever lose yourself chasing this world. I don't give a fuck if the whole world turn their back on you, which is all your perception, because the world doesn't care about you how deeply you think it do. But I don't care if everything is against what you're saying. When you know what's right, you know what's right, right? For example, you could be around people. Some people have friend groups or they'll have girlfriends, boyfriends or whatever, right? And they can't fully express themselves. So you're literally losing yourself being around these people. Or you go to a person, it could be person, place, thing, noun, right? I just wanted to make the video for if men listening, if women listening, y'all can all take this message, right? If you have to shrink yourself down to exist in the same space as somebody, you need to get away from them. When you come around me, I'm gonna almost amplify who I am, just to see if you can handle it. Even I'm really chill, I be chilling, bro. But sometimes, like, I amplify who I am, just to see if people can tell on themselves. And it works every time. And I'll be like, okay, this is why I'm around these people, because they know me. But then it been sometimes where I didn't think that I'm okay, this person is not who I thought it was, or she, you know, whatever. For example, if I go on a date with a girl, I'm not doing that play cool shit, nigga. I like talking about inner Earth and aliens and Antarctica and watch history and lineage. So if that's cringe to you, if that's weird to you, get the fuck out my face. I'm not gonna smile in your face and play cool and play some goofy ass music and act like I'm just a regular ass bot nigga just so I can crack your weak ass buns. When I'd rather protect my energy and go to the museum, go to the farmer's market and meet a woman on my frequency and start a family. The whole time, y'all don't be understanding. You have to have respect and value for your fucking self. If you don't respect yourself, you're gonna lose yourself. And if you lose yourself, what the fuck do you have? And I don't know why. Yes, the fuck you do. What makes you happy? What do you like to do? If you're around people, if you go to a job, if you go anywhere, if you have a thing that takes you away from you, that shit has to be. That is your number one op.